You know Tom Hanks, unless you've been hiding under a rock for decades.
You better not be bluffing.
There is a very good chance that you are familiar with the acclaimed, beloved A-list superstar, the two-time Academy Award-winning actor, producer, writer, and director is the star of several celebrated, well-known titles, including Forrest Gump, Philadelphia, Castaway, Sleepless in Seattle, A League of Their Own, Big, Splash, Saving Private Ryan, Captain Phillips, Apollo 13, The Green Mile, The Polar Express, Catch Me If You Can, You've Got Mail, the Toy Story movies, and most recently, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, and several movies on his resume became critical or commercial successes. Here are some Tom Hanks movies that might have slipped your notice, even if you are a super fan.
Showtime. Expect the unexpected.
Joe vs. the Volcano. John Patrick Stanley's Joe vs. the Volcano is certainly an intriguing addition to Tom Hanks' filmography, made shortly after the actor was beginning to make a name for himself with roles in Splash and Big, but before he would take more dramatic turns in movies like Philadelphia. This dark rom-com is often considered either one of Hanks' better or worse movies, depending on who you ask. The premise follows a man, Hanks, who after discovering that he is dying of a rare disease, travels to a South Pacific island to throw himself into a volcano. This was the first on-screen collaboration of Tom Hanks with Meg Ryan, with whom he would later star in Sleepless in Seattle and You've Got Mail. The film wasn't beloved, but it gained serious fans, eventually becoming a cult favorite. Bachelor Party. It's weird to imagine two-time Academy Award-winning actor in a rebel sex comedy. At last, during his earlier years, one of Tom Hanks' first leading man roles was in 1984's Bachelor Party, directed by Neil Israel. Released the same year as Splash, Bachelor Party follows Rick Gasco, a soon-to-be wed young man who gets a rambunctious bachelor party thrown in his honor, causing the bachelor to question if he can stay faithful to his future bride for this bawdy evening. Volunteers. Though screenwriter-director Nicholas Meyer has often celebrated for his earlier works, including 1979's Time After Time and most notably 1982's Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan. In this adventure comedy, we follow Lawrence, played by Hanks, a recent Yale graduate who escapes to Thailand after his father refuses to pay for his college loans. From there, he makes a new friend in Tom Turrell. The critical response to Volunteers was mixed at best, though it did garner fine notices for Hanks' performances and it played a significant role in his life. It fostered his relationship with his future wife, Rita Wilson. Nothing in Common. As an actor and comedian, Jackie Gleason was best known for his starring roles in The Honeymooners, The Jackie Gleason Show, The Hustler, and Smokey and the Bandit, among other films and shows. He made his final screen appearance was in 1986, a dramedy starring Tom Hanks, a father-son story about a successful and executive, Hanks, who puts his life on hold when he discovers that his dad is divorcing his mother. Nothing in Common earned mixed reviews, and it wasn't a huge success upon release, but it gained prominence in the years to follow. Though slightly more well-known than a few other titles on this list, 1989's The Burbs. Burbs didn't get quite as much notice or cultural adoration as other Tom Hanks comedies around this time, like 1988's Big, or even Turner and Hooch, which was released the same year as Joe Dante's offbeat suburban dark comedy. This is somewhat understandable. The premise, which follows Ray Peterson, played by Hanks, a cranky, overstressed suburbanite who, along with his other neighbors, believe that the new family on the block might actually be involved in a murderous satanic cult, is stranger and more acidic than your typical Hanks comedy, with Hanks playing against his more likable, endearing image in select scenes. Dragnet, a buddy cop comedy based on the radio and TV crime drama of the same name. 1987's Dragnet plays as both a parody and homage to the famous show. At last, it didn't fully end up working despite the presence of Tom Hanks and co-writer Dan Aykroyd. The reviews were ultimately mixed, claiming that the comedy was inconsistent and the material was clumsy in its tonal clash. A hologram for the king. You would think it would be hard for a new Tom Hanks movie to slip through the cracks. A hologram for the king basically came and went, garnering only a limited theatrical run and a muted critical notice. Because while it's not faultless, it's not half bad either. The dramedy based on Dave Eggers' novel is a fish out of water story which follows a washed-up corporate salesman named Alan Clay who goes all the way to Saudi Arabia for a new business deal. Punchline. 1988, the same year he was seen in Beck, Tom Hanks frontlined Punchline, a romantic dramedy centered around a medical school dropout played by Hanks and a housewife played by Sally Field who venture in stand-up comedy. While the movie has been criticized for its less than accurate depiction of New York City's stand-up scene, Punchline was also celebrated for Hanks' starry performance at the center. It was seen as another showcase for the actor's mix of comedic and dramatic talents, notably as the actor was transitioning into more serious roles in the years to come. The Man with One Red Shoe. In 1985's The Man with One Red Shoe, a remake of the 1972 French film The Tall Blonde Man with One Black Shoe, Tom Hanks plays Richard Drew, a man who is picked at random to be made the target of CIA surveillance and pursuit. Released in the years leading up to Hanks' success as a leading man, One Red Shoe didn't necessarily critically acclaim or box office success. So these were all the movies that you must have slipped or overlooked of Tom Hanks. And which movie of Tom Hanks is your favorite? Comment down below, and thanks for watching my video.
That was wonderful.